So there's another thing which is not just within a working place, but the global economy. So of course, all the modern theory of classical economics is about basically the maximization of your personal preferences. They say, a lot of leading economists of the early 20th century said there's no space for altruism in economics. It's all about promoting self-interest, but if you do it openly, free flow of information, completely deregulated free market, the invisible hand of Adam Smith will take care. The problem is that the invisible hand of a blind person, which is very selfish, will make a real bad result for society. Plus, as Stiglitz said, the main problem with invisible hand is that it doesn't exist. So to start with, because it is invisible. So instead of an invisible hand, we better have a visible heart. And that's the way to go. So now why caring economics is really the way to go? Because the maximization of your personal interests can never take care of two things. And that's my friend Denis Snower has shown that very well. He's a head of the Kiel Institute of Economics, and he founded the Global Economic Symposium. So he says, you cannot, without care, deal with the commons. The commons means our common goods, the quality of the air. Now, if you just maximize your own interest, how should you do anything to make a better atmosphere quality? Why would you care for the ocean? Why would you care for biodiversity? Why would you care for the future generation? Now you will go with Groucho Marx, who said, why should I care for future generation? What did they do for me? Of course, it was a joke, but unfortunately, people take it very seriously. Sometimes they do that. So caring, the classical economists cannot deal with common goods that concern everyone, the quality of the earth, for instance. They also cannot deal with poverty in the midst of wealth, because inequalities, because you don't care for poor people. You just say, okay, you have to work hard. You go get yourself educated somewhere. So because you maximize your personal interest, and it will cost you something to care for those people. So it cannot deal with inequalities, and it cannot deal with the global problems. So that's why you need caring economics. Caring economics, it will be a slight cost to yourself, but for a purpose that you think valuable. It is, I care for the quality of the air. I care for the fact that by 2050, at the way we go, 30% of all species in the world will be disappeared. And I care for the fate of future generations. So I'm going to change a little bit of my life. So that's caring economics. And similarly, inequalities are bad for society. They bring less happiness, worse education, worse health. There's plenty of defect. So unless you care, you cannot remedy to poverty in the midst of plenty. So that's one of the key things. And basically, it's a much more healthy situation than the selfish economics.